What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. You already know what time it is. We are trying to take this business into a 7-figure wedding business and scale the mess out of this, right? But we're going to do it smart. We're going to be very diligent. And if you've been watching the other past vlogs, you know that right now this month is do or die for me, right? If this strategy that I'm doing works, it's going to pay off long term, and I'm going to keep working on the strategy. So if you're new and you're watching this video for the very first time because you saw I'm building a 7-figure wedding business, let's talk about this. All right. So I've been doing weddings now for the past 9 years. 9 years. I can't believe it. Right. And I've had success. I've, started off small. It took a while to ramp up, make 6 figures. And I've been able to make 6 figures the last, say, 4 years consistently within my business. And it's been awesome. However, I came to a situation last year. I decided to brand myself like a personal brand rather than treat it as a company and business because of some other mess, my ego and my bad decision making. But when I'm going to say what I've learned through that, creating that personal brand aspect of things, I mastered and learned my artistry. Before, I was hiring editors to go out and edit for me and also double booking and all these things. And it was great. The money was great and everything was kind of good, but it was so stressful because no systems were actually put in place. I was just trying to figure out as I went. And also life came. I had my second child was born, and personally as well, I wanted to shift things around and I wanted to slow down just to be a little bit more present. But that also created a complication, meaning money, revenue, cash flow, all these things. And I increased my pricing pretty high. So those inquiries and those leads and the market settling down after the big COVID boom that happened in our industry. So that led me to this very moment and point. I am taking everything that I learned from the past and now developing a scalable company. But now I know my artistry. I know the formula, what it looks like to create a really great edit, to create a great storytelling aspect of things. I know what I want to do in terms of how I'm going to scale. I absolutely do not want to be double booking. I want to create something that's consistent, quality all the way around, and it's replicatable. And guess what? That our couples can come and expect, and they get the same quality each and every single time, and they can trust in the company's name, and they can trust in me, right? I'm the visionary. I'm the one who's going to be running everything, especially right now. But as this thing continues, hopefully, to grow, and I'm going to share what I'm doing right now and the strategy, then I should be able to see the fruits of all the hard work that I am doing right now. So let me share with you the strategy that I am doing from getting like 1 to 3 inquiries a month. That's what I was doing. I was getting. And luckily, I have a good conversion hit rate in terms of these inquiries because they're really warm. And I was getting couples to invest anywhere from $6,500 to $8,000. But that's still not enough in terms of cash flow. So let me share my strategy I am doing now. So you're probably wondering, what am I doing right now? What is your strategy? So my strategy was this. I had to run ads. I need to get tons and tons of traffic to my website, to view my work, to see what I'm offering. And ads has been something that everybody's fearful of, right? It feels like you're almost gambling. But the thing is, if you have a good strategy, understand how ads work, it can totally change your business. Absolutely. Look, I invested $10,000 last year into a ads course. I took the course, I kind of tried it, but because my strategy was so bad in terms of what I wanted with my business, I didn't see any fruits of it. I mean, I did get a $10,000 booking from it, and I spent $1,500 in ads, and I got 15 inquiries, but because of the way my funnel was and the client journey, it just didn't work really well. So I stopped. I just stopped, and I only ran ads again just to create exposure on slow season months, but I never had a really good strategy. Never, right? Because I'm in a do and die situation, I really had to just sit down and remember the things that really count when it comes to advertising and also building a business. I sat down with my wife. I told her my strategy for the ads. Then she said, "Hey, it sounds like you're just hoping it's going to work instead of knowing that's going to work." And when she said that, something just clicked in my head. I'm like, all right, well, walk me through it. Tell me what it is. And she's not a business person at all. She's a social worker. Well, and she's like, it just sounds like it. And I'm like, all right, that sounds, but that's not as helpful as giving me good feedback. So then I asked her in a different way, if you had a client, and she's also a therapist, she's a licensed clinical social worker, so that's what she can do, therapy, FYI. But I ask her, if you are doing therapy and somebody comes up and, your patient tells you, it's like, I just don't feel loved, right? Like, but you know that people love you, but I just don't feel loved and whatsoever. And she said she's like, well, she'll acknowledge their situation. And then she'll also say, what are the truths? And know your truths and remove the emotions. Remove the things that you know that are to be false, right? That are just feelings, emotion, not the real reality of things. You have, let's say, a parent that loves you, both your parents, your family and friends, and so support systems that love you. But because you're feeling like you're not loved, you think that you're not loved. And when she said that, it just clicked in my head. In terms of business, it's remembering what guides everybody into making a purchase. It's 4 truths that I kind of came up with. Me and my wife just sat down. We just talked about it. I'm like, well, obviously budget is number 1, right? People care about money. Number 2 is trust. Can they trust in the company and trust in the person, right? And how can you earn trust? And what I do, it's the portfolio work. Being able to go to Italy, film a wedding in New Jersey, all these other different locations here in Florida, having the experience, having a good following on my Instagram, at least with 5,000 followers, that helps, right? And then the next thing is going to be, all right, are you solving a problem for them that they're needing? Style as well is the style that you're creating, right? Because you offering video and that solves a problem for the wedding day, but does your style resonate with the person, the couple? And when she said that, when she had said that earlier, all these things kind of clicked in my head. I'm like, these are the 4 truths when it comes to any purchase and decision. As the need is there and you solve my problem, now let's see if the style works for my wedding day and for what I'm looking for. And so when I did that, I kind of just outlined and changed my full business. Like, I just went in through my brochure, I changed the packages, I made sure these are my guiding principles. I went back to my website, I went through my investment page, and I rewrote the investment page from being more about me and what I am into being about, no, this is what I solve and here are what I got to offer and here how we're going to make this super easy for you and a great experience. And when that shift happened, I kid you not, I only watched the last vlog, but I decided to invest $1,600 into ads. Well, since launching my ads, I've received over 24 inquiries in 7 days, less than 7 days, actually. Mind blowing of inquiries. That's a potential outcome. Let's say if I was to book all of them right now, that would be at $4,850, which is my most popular package, would be a whopping $116,000 of my services. That's insane. But obviously we know that's a whole different story. So when you have a great product and you have something that's great, but people aren't seeing it, ads are a great way to provide you to quickly start earning income and in the potential of earning income, which is insane. So I've already received 2 bookings. I'm waiting for them to sign and pay, but they committed. They wanted the proposals. So I have 2 bookings, right? I had 2 other bookings that I had yesterday, one for New York, another from a different area. And unfortunately, I can't take the weddings because I'm booked the day before. So I can't travel like I would like to the day before to make sure I'm there for the wedding day. So I had a decline, but they were wanting to move forward. That could have been 4 weddings right there and so forth. I'm saying all of this just to say is that sometimes when you are put in a corner and you have to figure it out, like, use the skill sets and your experience that you have learned. If you're just starting out, you have no experience, you've never gone through a hard time, or you don't know these skill sets that you do have, put in the work and research it. Like right now, I'm just amazed by the amounts of opportunities. I know I can do a good work. I know I can create great films. I know that I can capture a wedding day, and I'm confident in my sales. But what I wasn't confident is getting the opportunities. I wasn't getting those, and I had to pay for it. And so with my ads, I was very intentional about speaking to the problem. And it's 4 areas that I mentioned earlier, right? And so those 4 areas were my headlines, my copy. When it came to the creative aspect, the videos I was going to use, I needed something that I know that works. I post reels. That's a great testing ground to find out what works and what doesn't. So I used reels that were actually working. That wasn't my professional quality video camera footage. It was actually just with a phone behind the scenes and just showcasing, weddings and testing different ads and different creatives and all that stuff. And I committed to myself that I'm going to spend $1,600 no matter what, whether I win it or I lose it. I got to make sure I can test and see. And then right now I'm still in the journey, right? I haven't converted anything yet because until they sign the bottom line and pay me, I haven't converted. But the fact that I'm getting step one in the right direction of getting 24 inquiries, which is insane because that means by the end of the month, I should hopefully have about 48 inquiries. Like we're almost halfway around the month, tomorrow will be halfway. So if I can keep this consistency, that's going to allow to have more opportunities. So if I get 40, it's a numbers game, it's a funnel. If I can book 8 of those or 10 of those at 48.50, that's $48,000 I can bring in potential new business, which is the most important part of any business, especially a service-based business that does one-time sales, which is insane. So this is my update, just sharing with you, keeping it transparent, what I'm doing, and I'm hoping to find out what is going to be the result of this. I'm trying to scale this company. My goal is to scale. And if I can close and hit the goals by the end of this month, that would be huge because I would want to do the same thing for April and then for May. And then 3 months of that accumulation of sales, that's $150,000 of new sales plus of whatever I'm doing. And that's going to start allowing me to start hiring and getting the help that I need to be able to sustain the amount of new work that would be coming in. So, and I'm willing to travel all over the United States. All these inquiries from all over the US, from the West Coast to the East Coast, Northeast, the Midwest. I'll go anywhere. Take me and I'll be there. I'll film your wedding. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. So that means I would have to find now the systems for the help, whether it's getting a VA for all the inquiries and calls, and then also later on getting an editor. And next week, you guys, this is going to be part of the same vlog, so stay here. Don't skip it. I am going to take you behind the scenes of filming a video it's going to be like a video brochure to help my couples when they inquire, just to get a better understanding of me quickly, get a better understanding of what the package is, and very much they know everything. So that way, when they schedule the call through my funnel, we're able to have a much efficient conversation, and hopefully I've been able to build a lot of trust with them in that call. That is or in that video. And I want to keep it 5 minutes condensed or even shorter, but I want to get to the point and be able to speak to them, to their problems, their needs, be the guiding solution. Here are my offerings, and hopefully be able to get them on a call after they watch the video so that they feel reassured and confident in us. So that's going to be it, because I know if this opportunities continues going the way it is in terms of number of inquiries, I can't take all these calls all the time because I got to edit still. So I got to figure out solutions and quickly develop those systems to make it efficient. So that's my check-in right now. I'm going to see you guys next week, and I got to get ready for a wedding, got to get dressed, load up the car, all the good stuff. But welcome back to the vlog. Today I'm heading to Tampa. I'm caught off in traffic, and today is March 19th. To give you an update on how the ads are going, I've received over 35 inquiries since the launch and since the last time we've spoken. It's pretty crazy. It's been working. I modified it and played with it a little bit yesterday, and just to see how it goes. And I'm feeling a little bit regretful about it, because why change or why mess with anything that is working really well? And so I'm kind of upset about that, but I am also praying that the ad and the algorithm continues in my favor with the opportunities. I have yet to still book a wedding from the ads, and so I've had to turn down a few. I've gotten calls scheduled and stuff like that, but unfortunately I was already booked, and I don't want to double book. I don't want to sub it out, even though I do want to scale, but I want to maintain that quality control no matter what I'm doing. And so that's what's going on right now. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. I'm heading to Tampa right now to actually film a video at my friend's studio. And pretty much the video is to take that lead, who's kind of warm, not fully a warm lead, right? There's still a cold lead because it's not like a vendor referral or a friends or a client referral that's, approaching me, that they can have that trust. It's more of, hey, you saw my work and I resonate with you, and I can solve that problem. So the goal is I'm going to film this video today at the studio, and this video is going to be sent as soon as they inquire. I'm actually going to still send the video to the follow-ups on everybody else who has inquired and has yet to schedule a call with me, because I still want them to get to know who I am regardless of the fact, and speak to their pain problems, and to build that trust, and again, to get them to schedule the call with me. Really, my goal with it, again, is just to build more trust in this video. And so I've designed it to be very much on talking about the need about it, the emotional value, and then also, just the pain points of when anybody buys when it comes to your budget, your vision, your style, and the value. And then talk a little bit about the packages, but really try to, obviously get them on the phone call. Is going to be my best bet. So I'm actually filming this video in anamorphic because I just want to keep it consistent with the branding and everything. I don't know how well it's going to do. I'm hoping that it's going to do really, really well. The strategy is not really a hoping strategy. I know that this strategy works. I know that this has been something that Russell Brunson has taught in the past. When you have a funnel, right, you get all the leads, you hit the pain points, you bring them in, right, and you speak to them. And so my way of speaking is doing this video. I don't want it to be a super, super long video. I want it to be something around 3 to 5 minutes in length, so that I'm able to just gain their trust in an efficient manner in time. I know this strategy is used in webinars, right? When you sign up for a course or you sign up for something that you're interested in, they'll put a webinar so that you can hear them, you can watch them in sense, and all they're doing there is just speaking to the pain points, and then providing a call to action there at the end, or to get you to another webinar, or a closing call, whatever it may be. And so it's no different what I'm doing right now, especially with the whole lead strategy. What I'm really happy again is that I'm getting the opportunities by getting good leads, and the ads is working. So it's like one top of funnel is working really well in that sense. Now it's trying to get the next phase and getting as many people scheduled on the call. And just, that gives me the most opportunity, because the next step is that closing call. And there I can start I can start analyzing pretty much how I'm doing in my closing calls, and if I'm really, efficient, or if every of the other steps really worked. And all I'm supposed to do in that call is just reassure them about, their choice in me, speak to their problems again, learn about their story, learn more about them, be the guide, answer any questions, and move forward. So we'll see. Right now, I have 3 proposals sent out. One expired. So we'll see if they get back to me. An email was sent this morning, but they live in San Francisco, so it's super early for them. But they should see that email when they wake up in the morning and have an answer, because this couple's wedding is in 2 months, and or less than 2 months now, and I need to know whether or not they want to move forward so that I can, update my editing schedule and all that good stuff. So really, really excited, but at the same time nervous. So we'll see how it goes. I'll kind of show the setup process, hopefully, and the behind the scenes of how it's going to turn out and look. Super, again, just excited. It's a little bit nerve-wracking when you put yourself in front of the camera when you're not used to being in front of the camera. And again, that video is not about me at all. It's really about speaking to them and guiding them and showcasing what it is that Sundial Creatives does. So we'll see. I think all the practice of speaking to you guys, and also speaking to on the podcast and everything else that I've done, it's going to help me in this very moment to hopefully be able to capitalize. But we got to start closing these weddings, because if I don't close any weddings, dude, I'm going to have to start searching for something else. There's just the fact, right? I can't be doing just 1 or 2 weddings a month. I got to be booking at least 6 to 10, 12 weddings a month to be sustainable and to actually thrive. And I think that's one thing, right? Like, I can do this for myself. I can live for myself, but not when you have a family. You really got to treat it like a business, strategize, capitalize, grow your systems, and see that profitability instead of seeing it all go out. So that's where we're at right now. But I'll check back in when I get to the studio. We got 26 minutes, and Ashley is gonna help me. Actually, she's gonna be there behind the cameras. That way, just monitor everything, make sure everything is good, help me out anywhere when she's listening to what I'm saying, and that way it can be fast. My goal is to get this done in 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours for a 3-minute thing. Yeah, I have a teleprompter with me, so hopefully that's sufficient. I do plan to use the anamorphic lenses, but I also got my regular lenses just in case it doesn't work with the teleprompter. I've never tried it, and so that will be a first for sure. So we'll go from there. What's up, guys? Look who's here. She's about to take herself in the mirror. Caught her make that mid.
Sorry, guys. What's new?
She got you started blushing.
Hey,
got him.
shoes.
Her shoes, her crazy self.
3.
But we've made it to the studio, and we're going to set up the whole area, and yeah, get ready for filming everything. I really want it to be high key type of feeling, so I'm gonna see where I can set this up, do a time lapse, and get it ready. And let's see, what's my white balance here? 4,800. All right, I think that looks good. Switch and confirm that I look good. Makes it easier with 2 people compared to just having 1 person. Hey, welcome back to Sundial Creators. Blah, 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 blah. Gotcha. Yeah, you can go back, further back.
Further back.
Yeah, I would want some headroom. Like at least a good amount like that. Is it the same one?
Just zoomed in.
Oh, then I like them both.
Perfect. Yeah, it's the same.
Have you ever done the guy? Have you ever seen, there's a meme where it's like a barber is cutting somebody's hair and the guy reviews it. He's like, hey brother, can you like touch up this or whatever? And the barber just turns on the clipper and uses his like finger like this. And then the guy checks, he's like, oh man, appreciate it. That looks great now. And then he didn't do nothing. All he did was just think, yeah. And I thought that was like 2 different images. That was like one of those moments. So I am back home right now. Got home from Tampa, and I'm gonna start syncing everything up together and get ready to start editing. The video they said we were gonna do, test it out. I got the script here. I did went ahead and sync everything up, so we have it pulled up. I think it looks really good. It's to be decided whether or not this is gonna work, and also if what the final result's going to be, but I think it's going to be great. We're going to put it to the test whether or not it works. I'm still sending this video not just to new inquiries that are coming in, but also to all the previous inquiries who just went ahead and inquired with us and who hasn't scheduled a call. So my goal is with this video is to prompt them and to get them on that phone call. So hopefully it creates really great first impressions with them. And I'm still deciding whether or not I want to put it on YouTube or Vimeo, which is going to be the hosting platform and whatnot. So we're going to head and get started right now and start editing. It's about an hour in length, and I got a lot of cuts to make this sound fluid and great. And then I got to start adding B-roll over that too as well. And then tomorrow we'll get back to editing wedding films. So that's what we're going to do. Change hat and get this done. Checking in. Today is March 20th. It's 9:53 in the morning. I just got done doing a interview. I'm looking for somebody who can create my content for me on Instagram, create all these reels. We've been, again, testing out the reels is going to be pretty much become an incubator for the future ad content I'm going to create. Ads is still performing, still getting leads every day. Yesterday I got one. This morning I got one already. Ads in terms per day, I've noticed that on Facebook, the impressions has been getting slower. And so that kind of gets me a little bit nervous. So at least I know I didn't mess up my ads because I already saw the trend in terms of impressions getting lower and the frequency getting a little bit higher. But I think ultimately Facebook has just been finding the exact group of people it needs to show it to. And so in a way, it's become more efficient. I'm actually not efficient. It's been actually more expensive when I think about it per day, but it's been working. So as long as we can continue getting ads. And now in terms of conversions on the ads, we have one that we had at the 8 for photo and video. They have still not committed. And so, or they committed, but pretty much until the beginning of April. So no luck for this month, right? We have another inquiry call today, and they were a really, really, really warm lead where they committed on the actual contact form. And by commitment, it's a phrase that I have that says, "We love your work and we want you to capture our story." And so they already have the brochure, they know the pricing. It's just getting to know them, their story a little bit, and reassuring them of what they're looking for. So as of that, I feel very confident be able to close that one. And tomorrow I have another call, and I feel confident to close that. We have 3 open proposals with contracts invoice sent. One of them, I don't think it's going to work out. It's a very like short-term wedding, and unfortunately, they're just looking for things that we don't do. Changing modifications on the contract, removing stuff, pricing changes, and we're always willing to work with our couples, but not willing to work with them in a way that's going to jeopardize, our workflow and also what everybody else paid, right? So we try to be always very ethical on that. And so I'm unfortunately probably not going to work out with them. The other couple, again, they had mentioned that they would work out in terms of, but it wouldn't be until April. And then the third couple, actually that was second, but the third one, it's for a wedding in California. Everything seems great. They're going to review it. I told them you have a week to review the proposals. I saw that they opened the proposal and viewed the contract yesterday. So it's just a matter of time just hearing back for them and seeing what happens. So I try not to put too much pressure on it, but no matter what, they have the proposals with them, and hopefully we find out a decision soon if they decide that they want to go with us. But yeah, and we just need some bookings. So far this month, we only got 2 weddings booked. I'm looking to book 10 to 12 weddings. And so that's where we're at. Right now, I'm working on the video that I shot yesterday. I got 2 minutes and 2 seconds done of it, and just need to finish it today. Get it done, and then I'm going to hit this. I'm calling it like a warm lead video or a warming video, and I'm going to send it to everybody who hasn't scheduled a call but who has inquired. So total inquiries right now for the month, we're at 39 inquiries, which is insane. Again, for the ones I've already scheduled calls and we had meetings with, we're good there. We're not going to send them the video, but everyone else who hasn't scheduled a call but are still interested, we've gotten emails back letting us know like, hey, we're gonna keep looking at it. We'll schedule a call and get back to you, whatever. So they're not necessarily gone, but I'm gonna send them this video regardless. And then every new inquiry is going to be receiving this video as well when they inquire, instead of getting the brochure automatically. And then I'll send the brochure maybe an hour later, where it'll be automated to send. That way they'll have it. But the goal again is just get them to schedule the call. That's the hardest part with everything, is getting couples to schedule a call. And these calls should be closing calls, not too warm. Not too, hopefully not cold, and making them really good closing calls. So far right now, we're seeing it's do or die right now. So I'm working hard and seeing what the outcome of our efforts is going to be. All right, guys, we are checking in from the last vlog, give you updates on how the ads and everything is going. So today is Friday. Today is Friday, March 21st. For some reason, I'm going to say February. It's 10:42 at night. Give you a quick update on the ads and how it's performing. Ads still going good. We got 2 new inquiries today, but one was referral and the other one isn't showing up on the ads as like inquiry through an ad. So maybe they just found me organically through Instagram. But regardless, these were the first 2 inquiries that actually got the video first. Kind of changed my strategy. Video first, and then they're going to get the email with the brochure. And so far right now, it's kind of 50%. One of them watched it. got the brochure, and then also went ahead and scheduled their call, which was the warm referral. So they put on my contact forms like, hey, we love your work and we want to hire you for our wedding. So they know my pricing, know everything, just by getting to know each other a little bit more on the call. So I am super excited because that comes as a warm referral. The other one I got today wasn't as warm, felt very cold. Still share a little bit about their story, but as soon as they got the email, they emailed me back saying like, hey, can you go ahead and send me the brochure and are you available on this date? So we'll see. I sent the email and I did confirm we were available for their date. So we're going to find out and see what happens. Next week, I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of follow-ups as well with everybody, and kind of figure out the strategy, how I want to do that. What I'm noticing is that like I am getting these leads, but they're very cold, and it's like, what's the nurturing process to get them to trust me? And what's the period from when they inquire to when they become my client? So just figuring out the client acquisition period of what that's going to look like. And so if you obviously envision this as a funnel, top of funnel is working, but then there's debris and stuff that's clogging up, for everything just to go down to become my client. So it's trying to figure out what that is. I made the video. We're going to keep the ads running. We're already over $1,000. So my budget is $1,500, and we're going to see what's the result of this. Truthfully, I'm just reminding myself, stick to what you know, the truth, rather than emotions. And so I felt very compelled in terms of my video. I showed it to a whole bunch of other people. And I want to make sure if I'm using the video in the right way, right? Should it be there or should it be on the website? I'm going to test it here first, and then we're going to see on the website. And then at that point, my competitors are going to also be able to see what it is that I'm doing in my website, like the about section or investment sections and stuff. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. But overall, I am very pleased with the inquiries, the opportunities. We're at 42 inquiries for the month, which is insane. Putting a camera in your face. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we are, what we're doing?
We are filming the podcast. 2017. Oh, words.
Let's go.
The 2717 podcast.
Want to just go upstairs first?
Yeah.
The 2717 podcast. Today is March 26th, and give you a quick update. As you saw yesterday, I was filming for the podcast, give you an update on how the ads are performing and it's going. I've spent close to $1,500 on ads, and I've received a total inquiries of 63 inquiries this month so far, which is insane. Break it down. I booked 4 weddings so far this month, which is about $20,000 of new revenue. And I also have another 6 proposals waiting to be signed. So we could end the month around, I think, close to $49,000, $50,000 in new bookings, which is insane, which is meaning that it's paying off. However, let's dive into the facts in terms of how many of these bookings were from ads. From right now, I booked one yesterday from the ad. They would have spent even more if I was available the day before, but unfortunately I was not. So yesterday was my first booking. They inquired with me. They went ahead, got the email yesterday, inquired yesterday. Email was sent yesterday, scheduled call yesterday. Right after call proposal was sent, and they signed and paid. That was awesome. That was amazing. Made me feel really great, reassured of what I am doing. Within their booking alone allows me to continue testing and refining my process for April, which is awesome. With that being said, I have about another 4 inquiries or proposals. I got 6 total proposal out. 4 of those are from ads. And I'm pretty sure of those four, that four of those we're going to book. And have two others that are from referrals, client referral or vendor referral. So I'm really excited to see all these book. And only one of them is for this year, 2025. No. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. So one of them is for 2025. All the others are for next year, which with that being booked will put me at 12 weddings for next year. So I'm very excited about the state so far. And I have 22 still inquiries that I'm working to get them to schedule a call. No matter what, I always send the proposals after the call. That way, it's up to them, but I've already sent it, got them to commit on the call at least in terms of what they like, what they prefer, and payment options. At the end of the day, then it's just for them to decide. But I'm really excited. So we'll see what happens. But we can end the month on a really strong term and be able to show what the final result is for the month. But ads, even just today alone, I got 3 new inquiries from the ads. Unfortunately, one of them was a spam. Hate those. Very first one though, so I can't complain too much. And then I did have another inquiry, but unfortunately I'm just not available. So I had to respond that I was not available, and it was for Cancun as well, but I'm actually going to be in the Keys anyway, so it's not like I'm missing out on anything. And I'm not double booking. I'm not trying to just pass on these weddings to anyone else. I really want to just refine it. And thinking about everything more, I kind of decided I just want to fill my calendar for next year. I want to take 2 months off, June and July, from weddings completely, and fill out all the other months, and keep this train going until I find a really good editor that I can fully trust, and find another one afterwards to be able to start double booking and building teams. I care more about the reputation of my company than anything else. And I want to make sure that quality control is there for each of our couples. And the only way to do that really is for me to be shooting first. But if I'm in control and I can have 2 months off out of the year, I think that's going to be awesome. Doesn't mean I'm going to be completely off, right? I still got to be booking. I still going to have to be taking calls, but I don't have to worry about my weekends being tied up. And that's going to give me free time to spend time with family, possibly hopefully take a vacation out of, I'll be 9 years November of being in this business, and I've not ever really been able to take a vacation. So I'm in die-hard situation to be able to do that. And with this new strategy, running ads, paid ads, it's kind of given me some control back in my life and not really feel scared. You just got to be patient, and you got to keep trying and testing. And I think there's that important aspect that you need to remove emotions from when you spend money. When you know what works, what's the key things that are always consistent of how people buy, remember that. That way it doesn't feel like a gamble when it comes to spending money in advertisement. What's up, guys? I wanted to check in here real quick, give you guys an update on the ads and how's everything going. So today is March 29th. As of today, I've received, I think, total combination 63, 66 inquiries this month. Not all from ads. I also have personal referrals, but the majority of all of them came from ads, which is insane. Total bookings as we stand right now for the month, we have a total of 8 bookings fully confirmed, and have 3 pending. I have one that's going to be for I can't remember. One for North Carolina. Another one that'll be for a cruise actually next year, and I have another one that probably won't sign until April 1st. And so, which is insane. And this just past week, I booked 4 on the spot, and could have been 5, but we're waiting. So, and we have a few other pendings. We have a total of 6 proposals out. Of those 6, I believe 3 will confirm. One is I'm guessing to see where they're gonna land. But I am just pretty amazed of how this month has gone by. Ads has been producing in terms of getting leads every single day, except yesterday. Yesterday I didn't get any inquiries from the ads, but this morning woke up with one from an ad. So I'm really pumped up, really excited. We were able to convert, so we brought in a good amount of new business. I think once everybody else signs, I think a total new business booked this month would have been $50,000, with us spent on ads would have been a total of $1,550 last time I checked. So far, we still got until Monday the 31st to see what it ends up being, but which is insane. So I am super happy. The new email sequences I've been doing and my follow-ups have been working much better to getting people from inquiry to get them to schedule a call and take action pretty quick. And it's been working. So I'm loving it. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to continue doing ads this upcoming month in April. And we can have another big month like this. Will be awesome. And see if we can continue. I would love to make another ad set as well to kind of test, but I need also to make more videos, those type of reels to push that out. I still have to edit and finish this next wedding I'm working on right now. Once I'm done with that, then I could, figure that out. And then I do have a meeting with an editor this upcoming Monday, which is a really phenomenal editor. I'm super excited because I want to find people who are just way better than myself, or, think like-minded, and that can produce something high quality. And so I'm excited about that, and being able to move forward. Yeah, it's been insane. We hit our goals. So it alleviates some stress, takes away some stress in terms of the financial aspect of, getting new business. The more inquiries I get, the more opportunities I get to showcase what I do. And so paid ads is working really well with that right now. So super happy. And I got a wedding I need to go ahead and get ready, get dressed up on and head over. Might take the Osmo, who knows? It's a pretty far drive, but we'll see if I can get any behind the scenes, because this is the stuff that I use for the behind the scenes weddings and whatnot. So yeah. Well, I will check in later, and I'll see you guys next vlog update. All right, guys. Today is April 2nd. Here's the crazy news that has happened. I don't know where I left off the last time I talked about everything, but I can officially give you the numbers of what closing looks like for the month of March. And so these other inquiries that just sign and pay yesterday, today, here's the numbers. We finished the month total sales at $58,300, which is absolutely insane. 11 total weddings was booked for the month of March. That's insane. And over like 70 inquiries we got from the ads. Just blows my mind. I still can't believe all of this happened, and it's worked. Like, the plan worked. So I just got to give praise to God for it all, because, dude, this is not normal. And so this is life-changing for sure. So I don't know at what point when you guys are going to see this overall. Will this be in May, or June? But regardless, you guys are going to see this eventually. So to give you the update, we did it. We're continuing to do it. Ads are still doing great. Yesterday I got 4 inquiries. The day before I got another 3 inquiries. And so it's a compounding effect right now, where if every single day people go ahead and inquire, schedule calls, do the follow-ups. I met with the editor. That feels very promising too as well in that working relationship. And right now I'm just really focused on filling my calendar up for next year. And once that's completely filled up, I will then consider about creating teams or scaling. But the most important thing for me is for my couples to have trust in me, and to know that their wedding day is going to be captured intentionally, and I don't see them as dollar signs. I see them as a gifting and opportunity, in allowing them to support me in my vision and what I love to do. So absolutely insane. I'm extremely grateful. And I have a consult call here at noon and 19 minutes. And I got to edit a film and see what the day turns out. I'll have a wedding in Miami. I'm second shooting for Christian. So it should be fun. But right now it's looking like next year I'm not going to be second shooting at all for anyone, but I'm going to need a lot of help. So stay tuned. I will keep you guys notified with everything. And man, this is insane. If this thing continues for another 2 or 3 months, this is life changing. because I have so many big dreams that I feel God has given me and laid a vision for. And I'm just grateful that I can act on it and just trust in Him. And so stay tuned. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Literally, I'm filming this, I just got paid from an inquiry who just signed and pay, and I'll be heading to Michigan next year. Booked one for North Carolina next year as well yesterday. Potentially booking one for New York City over the summer, and another one here in New Jersey for this summer as well. It's absolutely insane, and the opportunities there are. So don't doubt what God can do. Just know that He is good and He is faithful, and be faithful to Him. And when you are stuck in those trials and tribulations, put your faith in Him, man. Put your faith in Him. This isn't just about a financial means thing, but this is. I fasted last week. I said, Lord, like, I'm just surrendering my fear to You and giving it all away. I don't want to live in fear no matter what. And this is truly life changing for me and my family. Um, what I'll get to do for these couples. I'll never claim that I know it all. Um, I just try to do my best what I can for my wife, my kids, and to really leave an impact for this next generation. And this is why I'm recording this, putting this on the internet, because at the end of the day, if somebody can listen to this message and take something from it and really change their lives, then the seed was planted. And I hope that not just one person sees this vlog, but maybe a million people get to see this vlog, and it changes lives and implants seeds in the heart to take action to their vision, and just to give it all to God. And and God's gonna, He's gonna take you on a journey, and He'll do the rest, and you just got to do the work. See you guys in the next one.